EnglishTim here. Today I've just found that the city has been completely redesigned with a new release of version 8.7.6, and I'm just going to take you for a tour over the changes. So the most obvious ones are they've now merged all of the farms into individual production facilities. So your farm here is now, instead of lots of little farms, you've got one big farm, and the same with your sawmill here, and here with your iron mine, and finally here with the silver mine. So you can see now collecting is much quicker, so you can pick up items from one of 4 locations rather than the larger number that was before. And you'll also be able to see that now if you wish to boost these facilities, that you only need to boost one sawmill and one of each type instead of having to boost each individual one. So the boosts have now become a lot cheaper to use to increase your production. So my suggestion is that if you've got boosts lying around, now's the time to start using them. Each one lasts 24 hours, so as long as you find one every 24 hours, or you're happy to buy one, you could keep these boosted for much longer periods than you could before. Other major change, which took me a while to figure out, is that military tents no longer exist. They've been merged here into the training ground. So you can see from March, this is what used to be the amount of data you get from your training ground. Now you can also see the upgrade button here, which will allow you to, inverted commas, upgrade your training grounds, but in reality that's what the military tent used to be. And if you click on info, it then says military tent. So they've slightly mixed up their terminology here, but it does work the same, and again it's not lots and lots of military tents, it's now merged into one. So you may find today, or when this update is activated on your phone, that you now have upgrades that you can start doing. You may have maxed out your military tents but only had a couple of them, and what they've done is they've averaged out how many tents you would have needed to have at what level to be able to max it out. So I found now I can upgrade my hospitals and military tent, and also I've been able to upgrade my sawmill because I only had a couple of them. So have a look around once you get this new version and see what upgrades are required. It will be different to what you had before. Okay, so general overview now. If you, we'll start out at the bottom here. So you'll see the tavern has moved out of the castle, but it works the same from inside. Merlin's Trials is in the same location, and the gate remains in the same position. And for those of you who haven't spotted this yet, for newer players, you can actually go to your wall defense from here and choose which heroes you want to garrison your castle. So you can choose what stats that you want to be used in your defense. So here is the hospital. Works the same as previously, but it has merged lots of hospitals. You can now get all your stats done to work out how many spaces there are a lot more easily. So I do like the merging. I think it is a benefit. Here's the forge for making armor and gemstones and upgrading gemstones. And then we've got the spirit chamber and the university here, again all working the same. Your exchange has moved up a bit, still working the same. And here is the trap factory, and then you'll have the storehouse over to the left here. Hall of War, embassy, again no changes in functionality, and the spirit labyrinth is exactly the same location as is the stronghold here. And the dragon lair is in the same location, again some slight tweaks to the design, but otherwise it is in the same place. You'll see that you pick up your tributes from here, and that your barracks and other training facilities are on the right hand side now. So barracks, stables, range, and your siege workshop. You've got your wishing well in between, and your sanctuary, your sanctum, has moved from outside the castle to inside the castle. You've still got Avalon's Chronicles very close by to where the tavern used to be, but the Hero Council has moved. So here you need to keep your eyes peeled. It works the same from inside, but it is in a slightly different location. You'll see that the artifacts has moved, so clicking on this section here won't get to artifacts anymore. It's where the Royal Arena used to be, and that again seems to all be working the same. And whilst we're finishing off on the city, your ability to praise champions is still there. The statues have changed slightly. They're a bit smaller and don't have flames coming out from swords. They've now got axes. but they do work the same. Help Center is the little notice board on the steps as you come in, and then you've got your watchtower in the same location. So up on the right here you've got your delivery section, so for subscriptions and other purchases, and then you've got your daily log on, which will pop up when you log in anyway. So this is a change. The vault has moved up to here on the hills, and you'll see the crystal mines are in the same location, and that the leaderboards are also in the same location. Only other thing, the trading post is outside the walls here, and I believe we're now all the way around. So only thing I haven't been able to spot is whether they've got a new location for the Royal Arena, which will open automatically rather than going through the menu. If anyone has spotted that, if they could let me know, that would be great. Otherwise, I believe that is the tour of the important changes that are happening in version 8.7.6. So if you've if you'd like to add any comments, please do so down below. Otherwise, if you're enjoying my videos, then please click that subscribe button. Otherwise, I will see you on my next video.